I train like I'm fighting at 205. Heavyweights don't train like that. I know now that I wasn't training as hard as I should have when I was a heavyweight, because I know I've put in more work leading up to this one.
What about the feel of the opponent? When we break it down, we say power, we say strength, you know what I mean? And will it translate up to heavyweight?
Yeah.
How much different is that going in with a heavyweight?
It's going to be different. The guy's good. The guy hits hard. But I feel like we have prepared for everything he can bring to the table. Man, this dude's a good champion. He is. And I love Francis Ngannou. I think he's a great guy. But if I spent 22 minutes on top of him, I would have gotten 4 or 5 submissions and found a way to get some TKO stoppages.
How much do you wear?
About 245. I was going to go down to about 230, and my manager, Bob, and coach, and Javier, they were like, you know, early I was struggling with the movement. I was like, wow, I'm not moving as well. I'm heavy. I feel slow. But then as camp started going on, I felt better, and I was like, I'm still going to get down to 230. And they're like, no. When you fought Bigfoot Silva, you were 247. And they were like, when you fought Barnett, you were 239. They're like, you don't have to force the weight down. Fight where you are. You're moving great. You're fast. So we stayed up a little bit.
We still have another episode of Ultimate Fighter to air tonight, but
yeah,
everyone has given you glowing praise as a coach. Just tell us about that experience, what it meant to you to mentor those guys, because you did an amazing job.
The Ultimate Fighter was great. All the kids were great. We've got a lot of them fighting this weekend. It just showed, you know, I've been coaching for a really long time, and it showed in the process and in the approach. It was great, man. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
How about the hockey?
The hockey might have been the worst thing in the world that I've ever experienced. I mean, but if there was ever a time Stipe Miocic should have beat me, it was in. And I got the job done. Now we get to do something that I'm actually good at. Let's see how he fares on that surface.
Daniel, we saw you do
hat on for a second. What is special about this fight?
It's a true super fight, right? People talk about super fights and they say just because 2 champions are fighting, it's a super fight. That's not necessarily true. It's the best of the best warrants the title super fight. This guy has done things that no other heavyweight has ever been able to do. And I've defended that light heavyweight title 3 times. We have to, and then you get a guy in me that's going up back in the weight class that he started in. So it's almost like my career's coming full circle. When I was in the heavyweight division, Stipe and I were in the heavyweight division at the same time. I was ranked number 2 in the world before I went down. He was still a prospect. So I've lived in that division for a long time. Doesn't fear me. There is no part of me that's afraid of Stipe Miocic. And in terms of styles, the fact that he does a lot of his best work inside works to my advantage.
Why do you think heavyweights have had such a hard time with Stipe trying to get the knockout on him or finish him? Why has there been so many issues?
He's fought some tough guys, but Fabricio Verdum, I don't know what he was doing. He decided to run. He ran right into Stipe's fist. Stipe might have still won that fight. Alistair Overeem, I don't know what he was doing. He hurt him and then he thought he tapped. Third match with Dos Santos, I think Cain Velasquez may have turned Junior into a zombie. He's a walking zombie nowadays. I love the guy, but he is. And Francis Ngannou can't wrestle. So this will be the first time he's fighting somebody that can do everything.
He hasn't really fought a wrestler. I was just going to say, he hasn't really fought a wrestler in his career. How much, your wrestling's amazing, but how much confidence does that give you knowing that his opponents haven't been good wrestlers?
Nobody's really pushed him in that area. I'm not anticipating that it's going to be easy to take him down. I just know that the longer I can make us grapple, the better the odds are for me. Guys, I tell you this, there are odds makers for a reason. They instilled me as the underdog, and it's great. Stipe Miocic is in a completely different situation. Last time he got disrespected. I feel I'm getting disrespected. Stipe Miocic is fighting a guy that he's never seen anything like this. There's odds for a reason, but know that those odds and all that money that they bet on him, it's tied to one outcome. The only way he can win is to knock me out. There's no other way he beats me. If he didn't finish Ngannou on the ground, he is not finishing me on the ground. And if we fight for 25 minutes, there is no way he gets his hand raised. So all the money that people are betting, know that it's tied to one outcome, because that's the only way he wins a fight.
DC, really quickly, can you tell us about those shoes?
Oh, my wrestling shoes. Yeah. Hey, my guy Jacob Casper, he gave me wrestling shoes because, you know, Jake's a good training partner that I've gotten. 2-time All-American heavyweight from Duke University. He came and he's trained with me these last 2 fights, and he's been a godsend, man. He's one of the strongest people that I've ever grabbed. And he got me custom wrestling shoes made. They say Cormier, UFC 226. On the opposite side, it says "and new," with a picture of me in the octagon. And on this side is the championship belt. And it says, reigning, defending, and the undisputed champion. So it takes a smart guy, and Jake's a smart guy. He went to Duke. He went and made these special for me. I wanted to share them with you guys today. That's why I won. So, hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys all for coming out. As always, get ready for Saturday because I get to make history. All right? Later, guys.
Thank you, DC.
Thank you.